But no, that's too bad. No, it's just good.
Call the Village of Johnsburg, November 9th, 2017, special meeting of the President Board of Trustees to order at 7:00 p.m. On the roll, Trustee Hutchinson.
Aye.
Trustee McAvoy.
Present.
Trustee Curry.
Here.
Trustee Hagan.
Here.
Trustee Frost.
Here.
And Trustee Clemstein. Stand for the pledge, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
With there being no comments from the floor, I'll entertain a motion for the omnibus agenda.
So move in.
Motion by Trustee McAvoy. Seconded by Trustee Frost. On the roll. Discussion on the motion? Any discussion on the motion? With there being none, on the roll, Trustee Clemstein.
Aye.
Trustee Frost.
Aye.
Trustee Hagan.
Aye.
Trustee Curry.
Aye.
Trustee McAvoy and Trustee Hutchinson.
Aye.
Motion carried. On the President's report, I just want to inform everybody that we did close the golf course yesterday. If you didn't get the email, all you residents are now owners of a golf course. And
We have to start golfing.
yeah, we do, that's it.
More rounds.
Can we get our golf carts to the golf course?
Huh?
Can we get our golf carts to the golf course?
That's going to be a problem. So. And also, December 4th, 2017, at 12 noon, we will be doing a ceremony in conjunction with other municipalities for the 200th birthday of Illinois. So, anybody is welcome to attend. All the trustees, I hope, can make it if they're available. And new business, Johnsburg Junior Skyhawks, Hiller Park Field use. Mr. Trustee Curry?
Yes, sir.
Sure must be scared to get a lot of help tonight.
Right? Almost all of them were blue. Well, as we've talked for quite a while, Junior Skyhawks played up at the high school. Originally, when the Junior Skyhawks were started in 2012, it was looked at as more of a temporary thing to help Junior Skyhawks get on their feet. Just finished their sixth season, well established, things are going well, and they can't always depend on the high school to use the field based on better weather, changes in coaches or athletic directors and their feelings on things. So that and just a general feeling of the kids should look forward to playing at the high school field. It shouldn't be something that's just handed to them, and they should have a home of their own. So looking to move forward with developing Hiller Park for football, and not exclusively football. I'd like to do it in a way that can still be used for soccer. High school does have some tournaments where they need to use it. They play some JV soccer games there. Northern United uses it rarely at this point. I know of one occasion for sure that they use it. They use it as a backup field if they're not allowed to play the township. So it's something that's been discussed with Community Affairs Committee. Everybody on the committee's in support of it. So that's what we're looking to do.
Did everybody get the memo and have a chance to read it? It's been something that's been discussed and for a long time.
7 years.
7 years, that's all? That's all. Things move fast around here.
And just for clarification, in case anybody's wondering, so the Johnsburg Youth Football Association is the actual entity name, the not-for-profit that Maria Groves and some other folks started prior to the Junior Skyhawks started. When the Junior Skyhawks was spearheaded by Shannon McCrae, who's in the audience here, it was just kind of a natural merger of groups to get things rolling even faster, so.
Took a lot of
So you'll-
kilos for Shannon to get that.
Yeah, that was pre-Tito. But, so you may see both names, just so you're not confused.
Okay, any of you want to chime in with Tom or Samuel?
No, I mean, we just had been reviewing as far as, Flag currently plays their home games there. So tackle, they play also typically on Sunday, but possibly could play Saturday. Flag games usually start at like 9 and 10 in the morning. The latest we'd be on a field on the weekend, we're usually done by 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock at the latest. I think it's ever gone if things were delayed. So we'd like to utilize the concession stand, the bathrooms. I think bringing lights back to that concession stand could also pique interest as far as other residents renting it for their own, whether it's a family reunion or picnic get together or whatever, and utilize it, put it to use instead of having it dormant. And like Tom mentioned, the goalposts that we're looking to put in, I did print a picture if somebody wants to see it or has never seen them. It's a regular football goalpost, but it has nets underneath that fit for soccer, so nothing has to be moved even though they're permanently in place.
Yeah, it's pretty much explained in the memo pretty well. Any discussion or comments or questions?
So there's modifications that need to be done. So who's going to pay for that? Are we paying for that?
It says that they're going to pay for it. Okay, great. Is that right, Trustee Kirk?
Is correct. The Junior Skyhawks are in a position to purchase the goalpost, scoreboard, things like the stands. May take a little more time. A long-term goal would be doing a press box. That could become a short-term goal, depending on finances. If that's done, it'll be done well. I think in considering the park, it needs to match the existing building there with the split-face CMU. So it all blends in well together. Basically the biggest things I think it'd be looking to the village for would be a power source for the scoreboard. Use the property to begin with. Junior Skyhawks this year membership was 150-ish. Out of the 150 kids, I know of 2 from McHenry, 1 from Fox Lake. And 2 from Hebron. 2 from Hebron, 2 from McHenry, and 1 from Fox Lake. So out of the 150 kids, 5 of those kids were not within District 12 boundaries. So it's definitely a local organization. Improvements to the concession stand. Right now, in the stand, there's a 3-compartment sink. I think a couple shelving racks, grease trap. That's about it. So.
Would you be, Tom, just a question on that concession stand while you're on it. Would you be manning it for other events like baseball and that kind of thing, or is that the intent, or?
Well, the intent would be to man it for our own It's difficult sometimes to get, people to volunteer for our own events, let alone get them to do
I
others.
understand that, and I guess my only comment on that would be, I'm all for getting it used and seeing it get used, but if we just, Mr. Calhoun just put a lot of work into the baseball fields and using it for baseball and softball, girls and boys now from the high school, so
Yep.
they have a quality facility. Would we be able to work an arrangement where they could use it too if they would like to?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We kind
I mean,
of discussed
just-
that at previous meetings, and we had come up with ideas as far as like a cabinet in there, so if we had, you know, our candy and stuff,
Squareware,
you'd
candy,
put your
that
stuff
kind of
in that
stuff.
cabinet, and then they would have a cabinet, or who's ever using it, or if it's just a resident using it, they'd have everything but those cabinet access.
So you have no problem with those folks using your equipment and would work out the arrangement that they keep it clean and all kinds of stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's essentially pizza ovens and,
Right.
Yeah.
that's good grill up there, but.
Do you guys foresee putting lights up out there in the future? I know you guys practice at night, and you have lights, so are you gonna be practicing up there with the lights on?
No.
No?
In 6 seasons at the high school, I recall turning the lights on twice, that I can think of where things ran late.
For-
For game days.
On game days, practices will still be at the high school,
Okay.
so our temporary lights will still be at the high school.
There's not enough room for all the teams to practice at Hiller,
Okay.
so their practices will still stay at the practice field.
Except for flag, the flag kids can practice, 2 days a week.
So they go from 6 to 7.
Yeah.
They're down 2 days a week. Little ones don't go home.
Tom, how will the field hold up for additional use and stuff like that? Do we need any better kind of grass or anything like that there for game time? Because they probably work up a little more games than they do practice, right? I'm guessing, or maybe not.
Actually, practices tear it up pretty good because coaches tend to, you know, when you're doing drills, they tend to be repetitive in the same spot. Whereas games, you're more all over the place. Something that we'd have to monitor, and I believe Junior Skyhawks would be more than willing to seed and maintain things. So, you know, we're not looking to do any mowing, anything like that. But Junior Skyhawks would stripe the field, install the, you know, the goalposts, that kind of thing.
Now, you said you guys are looking to build a concession stand or a press box.
Mhm.
What would be on the bottom level? That would be where you keep all your equipment? Right?
There'd be storage there, but that would strictly be down markers,
Yeah.
you know, the foam pylons that, you know, go in the end zones, that kind of thing. Per league rules, you have to rope off, there has to be a fence or ropes between spectators in the field. You know, so that kind of thing would be cut under there, not too much. But be a concrete foundation, concrete slab, you know, it'd be a permanent structure.
You said it would match the, Kyle, that it would match the concession stand with the cement block, with cement block, so.
And the other thing too is like a lot of times we grill burgers and hot dogs for concessions, so we could also like put the grill underneath there as well. Because I don't know how much storage is at the actual concessions itself, but stuff like that could be in there.
Do we have a consensus or more questions or things we should look at? And we've been talking about it for a long time. And, you know, Tom's put a lot of effort into working it out with the soccer leagues, that, you know, the goalposts that go both ways, and that we can, you know, accommodate them if there's if they want to have a tournament or something. It's, you know, I think we've discussed it long enough, but if anybody is the consensus that they move ahead with it.
Yeah.
Well, just for the record, we'll take a vote on it Trustee Hutchison.
Yes.
Trustee McAvoy.
Aye.
Trustee Curry.
I'll abstain.
Okay. Trustee Hagan.
Aye.
Trustee Frost.
Aye.
Trustee Clemstein. Okay, ready to go.
Thank you. That sounds like a great thing for everybody.
Okay. Tax levy resolution. And all of that is a resolution, so you have it in front of you. Do you want to handle that, Greg, or?
Maybe try that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the agenda summary that Kim included in the package was pretty self-explanatory. This is just the first step. This is not an extension of taxes. It's just stating that by the information that we've received from the county, the max amount will be, I believe it's 2.94%. The Finance Committee will be reviewing it at the end of the month and then come back and make a recommendation. And then at the December 12th meeting, you guys will have an ordinance before you based on the recommendation that you can take consideration for action on. But this is a required step in the process.
Okay. Any discussion on that? Do we need a vote on that?
Please.
So we need a motion, a second, and a vote on it. And then if there's a motion and a second, then we can have further discussion if you like.
Yeah, I'll make a motion.
Motion by Greg, second,
I'll second.
Trustee Hagan. Discussion on the motion. Any further discussion on the motion? With there being none, Trustee Hutchison,
Aye.
Trustee McAvoy,
Aye.
Trustee Curry,
Aye.
Trustee Hagan,
Aye.
Trustee Frost,
Aye.
Trustee Clemson.
Aye.
Motion carried. And do we have a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
Motion by Trustee Curry to adjourn, second. Trustee Frost. Trustee Clemson.
Aye.
Trustee Frost.
Aye.
Trustee Hagan.
Aye.
Trustee Curry.
Aye.
Trustee McAvoy. Trustee Hutchison.
Aye.
Motion carried. That's a record meeting.